Glory and honor is yours, Almighty Father, forever and ever.
Can you explain about these three days of occasion?
Yeah, the first day, I think in terms of looking at the pastoral spiral, the first day is about the lived experience. Therefore, it's very creative that we interact with the farmers, the villagers. So they teach us about sustainability because they are into the day-to-day living of sustainability, both for an organization or a credit union, but also together with the village. So we want them to teach us what is sustainability. So that's day one, through immersion.
Kita minimal 5.000 bisa loh. Ada yang juga yang sudah menarik angsuran, dia juga yang akan mengawal angsurannya terbayar. Karena kadang orang-orang ini mereka punya uang.
Uripmu iki live karya-karyamu.
Ana ada. Neng foto wae. Berlanjut lintas batas, lanjut melintas tanpa batas sampai ke pengolahan pemulung, bikin kampung pemulung di Jakarta. Salah satu yang diceritakan tadi adalah bagaimana kita bersinergi dengan anggota-anggota. Salah satunya adalah komunitas baik online.
Example of the make a good environment, like they use their own harvest for making the foods, something like this.
Secara intens dilakukan pendampingan.
Filipina Pak. Mereka saking Thailand, mereka bapak Thailand, mereka ngomong
Mangosteen. Ya. Jadi buahnya kita makan,
Frost with the fruit,
dan kita gunakan kulitnya.
and the skin.
Ya.
They use the skin to
How come it's not purple?
Ini dari kulit bawang merah.
from the garlic skin. No,
Bawang
shallot.
merah.
Bawang merah.
Shallot skin. You know shallot?
Jadi setiap hari Indonesia itu kan always cooking with
Bayangkan bagaimana sebuah area alam yang di desa yang indah ini akan dimanfaatkan untuk menjadi sebuah objek wisata dengan judul membuat water sport.
These paintings on a piece of paper later, and then later on, we also will see his other works, his other paintings in his studio.
Ya, kemudian ibu-ibu juga di sini memproduksi
Kemudian SEKOLAH, itu adalah nama dari seorang lurah.
SEKOLAH is the name of a hamlet.
Kepala desa yang sekarang masih menjabat.
So they name it after the hamlet.
Namanya
Nama duduk. Mungkin dulu batu yang menggelundung-gelundung ya.
Oh, merganek kegelundungan waktu terus nih.
Karena di atas ini namanya Pulau Watu.
Pulau Watu, your friend.
Sekarang banyak mengandalkan wanita. Kecantikannya tapi semua topeng, masker. Tapi sambil mengambil uangnya. Ya, dompet. Ya. Padahal mereka menjual simbol kegagahan. Rakyat Bali untuk mengadakan ritual, mereka harus ke atas vertikal ini, ngaben, berat ya. Itu biasanya ngaben, abunya dimasukkan ke laut. Itu. Nah, lahan mereka akan menjadi semakin sempit.
it's tasty. The taste is good.
Jamurnya jamur tiram.
Tiram yang sih itu.
Oyster mushroom. The other two I don't know the English word.
Kuping.
Butter dia.
Tidak bisa mencapai suhu 100.
Ya, 100 cuma 90.
Ya. Jadi kalau untuk bikin lingsi itu kalau nggak mencapai 100 nanti kegagalannya pasti tinggi.
Karena tumbuh jamur lain.
Ya.
Yes. So far,
Sedianya di situ harus sampai 100 derajat ya.
Bawahnya harus habis.
Pakai air atau pakai
Kelapa muda, airnya itu bisa menyembuhkan kanker katanya. Lalu sekarang kekurangan. Can you tell them about coconut? Yeah, now Thailand it's very fast extended that the coconut young.
market Yogyakarta. Berarti mereka pulang pergi pakai
Ada yang kos, ada yang misalnya pulang.
so they have to stay area.
Most of the members are farmers. Farmers don't have pension. Something after they retire, they need to slice it into more districts, kabupaten, and then it's covered to the whole area. So it's a big company.
The initiative was a private initiative. Ini masuknya bukan ke kan di sekolah itu ada program pengembangan diri. Itu ikut di kurikulum. Kami masuknya ke
Gimana Mas? Kalau tahu anak-anaknya buat bagaimana?
karena di sini orang tua itu kan basicnya petani semua. Bagas is
Nanti Bagas, terus
Kinandi, Bagas,
Felix.
Felix or Felix? Felix. Satu bulan panen.
So there are two kind of lots. The big one and then the smaller one. The smaller one is for the short.
Kami masih terbatas lokal, belum mampu yang banyak. Ya, padi sama. Petani kami harapkan untuk bisa membuat pupuk sendiri-sendiri, N sendiri, P sendiri, K sendiri. Itu tujuannya bertanam.
Goes back.
They are fighting.
Nah, ikaw ng lifestyle partner niya.
In the like middle and expensive restaurant and hotels and places.
100 jan. One on. 100 jan.
Yeah. You can hide here. So in one method you can put like this much, this many options. With one option for each case.
No one dare to come was planned by Kolbenba. Oh yeah. You can make a photograph here.
Tapi mereka mulai tanam.
Benih bisa ya karena dia nahan air ya.
Warung kontrak kalau di
satu ini kadang sampai 7.
Ini sampai umur panen gitu tuh berapa?
Testing different types of bamboo for different purposes.
Yes. But especially we only make product. We plant it here, some, but some cannot grow here because they are from Europe, from Australia. They need the minus thing.
So it's not just Indonesian species.
Very big kemarin sama
About the whole pen
And the glasses.
paper.
environment paper.
No, you need to check the paper.
Because they're saying that for how many years now they're left behind. They request for a break, not given. So they ask for the help of the NGO and the architects, including that academy in Davao University.
He will make a song and then he will sing with this kind of what music? Ukulele they call. Hah? Apa? Udah pakai lagu coba mainkan. Anu yang kabar-kabar coba.
Wah, pantas jadi pengamen.
Kita kan selalu mengatakan pendidikan berbasis anak, tapi kan di kurikulum nasional tidak mengacu pada itu. Nah, kalau kita sedang memulai itu bagaimana kita proses pembelajarannya melalui hobi masing-masing. Jadi ada yang masak.
Lalu kita datang ke sana. So after they finish, they will have a presentation and all of the students they will invited to go to.
They didn't until 18th century, 19th century. Garlic powder. The British invented it.
That game is called Chase. Tom chased the car. Do you like playing it? That would do we then really have a
don't.
Memanusiakan manusia untuk meningkatkan derajat kemanusiaan. Tetapi justru pendidikan menggilas itu semua, gitu ya. Nah, itu yang akhirnya saya merenungkan dan saya mencoba bagaimana membuat pendidikan yang menjawab kehidupan mereka. Nah, saya terinspirasi dari Paul Freire juga ya, jadi pendidikan hadap masalah seperti itu, belajar dari peristiwa. Nah, sehingga kami membuat kelompok belajar karena waktu itu di Lawen masih semua di.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
For spending so much time with us today.
Bye bye.
Day 2, basically, we want the social scientists, both natural and social, and the theologians and the scholars of the different faiths, to really teach us what is sustainability based on the faith perspectives.
Cartoon, he said that ASEAN is still in the stranglehold of the mindless economic growth paradigm, totally seduced by the recycled futures of the developed world that requires 6 Earths to maintain such growth. It's really not about letting go of the material growth mentality. It's not about scaling down production and consumption, foreign investment, GNP. It's not about improving our sense of being who we are. Such as global warming, decreasing biodiversity, stress on water resources, and contamination and waste. Those are the challenges, in fact, that Laudato Si mentions. But we could say some more of them. On the other hand, we have the social crisis, and there we have this very severe. Today, we know that for the last 30 years, inequality has increased in most of the countries in the world quite dangerously. And we don't really know how to face inequality in our countries. In fact, very few countries.
Oh yeah. So when I was also confused because the supervisor, my friend, he was called sister.
It's not working either.
You want a pen, Norma? It's pen, not ink. It's not a ballpoint, not a pencil.
Drawing. First, there's the symbol of the tree, because we oftentimes consume more than we give. So we want to learn from the tree, who gives more than it consumes. And then there's the symbol of people holding each other's hands. We want to protect this tree, and we need each other to have a more sustainable kind of living. And then there's a trash bin for us to be reminded of our responsibilities and our obligations in caring for the environment.
You want to hug
and
the
dialogue.
Yeah.
So interfaith dialogue. No, we
very diverse Do you want to hug the tree, maybe?
Thank you. Hug the tree. It's hug time.
Climate change. I'm going to answer the second, third, and fourth questions given to us. What is the plight of the communities? I'm going to not just tell you, I'm going to show you some evidence of what is unsustainable and then evidence of sustainability.
Because when you say that either we are all saved or we sink, do we really care for all of us that is on Mother Earth? And that's the important point. The second thing is when we talk about an alternative path of development, this alternative path is also now mainstreamed.
Take a risk in the city and see if you survive, or join an armed group, but in all cases, become socially invisible.
So I said there is 8 reasons to save that forest.
This is because the faith and spirituality of our ancestors was strongly and deeply rooted in our that served us, our market, our rivers and creeks, then deal with fishes.
And one of the things that is important, I think, to the contribution of spirituality is this idea about, the multi-subjective interpretative approach to sustainability.
So we don't know now. We can pray for the Lingkungan. The question is whether the Balis know about the Lingga or the Oni.
It's very meaningful. We are practicing spirituality. Buddhist, animist, so-called primal religion, Protestant, Buddhist. We are creating a family of God through this process of re-enchantment of the world, re-civilization of the world. Okay, thank you.
About these two realities that surround us, often pushed aside, making our journey the way it is going. And while we give voice to these, nature and the poor living, we also think of those who are gone.
In this light, I would like to remember those who lost their light of life and made suicide. May God accept the darkness of these people and give peace.
In this moment, I want to give thanks to our beautiful world that always produce us foods and water and many things that we all need in our daily life.
I want to remember Berta Cáceres. She was a young woman with family in Honduras, and she was cowardly killed in her house because of defending the rivers in Honduras from mining activities. And together with her, we can also remember so many people that are defending and suffering from it, the integrity of creation.
I want to pray for who are now disgraced because of migration, especially for our Mother Earth who cries now. And I will try to sing my favorite song from Coldplay, only some lyrics. When the tears come streaming down your face, when you lose something you can replace, when you love someone but it goes to waste, could it be worse? Life will guide you home, and it
Day 3, which is today, we're saying that it calls for conversion based on those common values which we highlighted through the session. Those values, we want God, we want our faith to challenge us to an ecological conversion, and following that, to exercise what we call ecological responsibility or stewardship. That stewardship is really to really hear and respond to the cries of the poor and the earth, and which is today. We call it doable strategies or actions, which means if you are converted by God, by God's Spirit, the same Spirit of God will move you into actions to respond effectively, not just an individual, but as a body, whether you belong to a community, whether you belong to an institution, whether you belong to a province, a country, or you belong to a conference, to really allow God to move us forward, to become agents of what we call ecological transformers of the lives of the poor and the lives of the earth community as a whole.
Come to silence. Each religion has many methods for this, even for those without religion. And in that contemplation, the value is the invitation.
Yang kami lakukan adalah pembentukan rancangan peraturan daerah melalui LP2D, lahan pertanian pangan berkelanjutan.
We say we connect with nature, but we're not really aware with nature.
The person who do that religion, who practice that religion, to connect it with their
being drastically diminished by the socio-economic forces.
Some of our boards need education around this as well.
Another one is wasting lifestyle, because we don't want to trap in the hedonism.
But the less is produced oxygen more than 10,000 tons a year.
The second is simplicity of life, saving water, saving energy, using digital copy, using public transportation.
Sang bagsa. Isa pa. Thank you very much. Next.
Suggestions. Do you want to look at it internationally, or will we start with where we're at?
I think we have spread out so much today. After Lavapusi came, everything got, somewhat converged.
This is conversion.
One thing I think, because we have different houses, it's real. So we should start from these things. That house will be the base.